Man of God, what have you been saying? Because out of the abundance of the heart, a man will speak. What have you been teaching? What have you been preaching? You might probably need to download your messages and listen to them and listen to yourself. That if you are a sinner, if you are an unbeliever, and an unbeliever is hearing what you are preaching, will an unbeliever want to repent? Do you understand that? You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You need to listen to yourself minister and say, if I were a sinner and I'm hearing this thing, will I want to repent? You need to be brutal about yourself during this your retreat. Ask yourself questions. Don't lie to yourself. 10 messages, no message of salvation. You preach for 3 months, no salvation. You didn't point people to Jesus. You didn't point people to the cross. And you are preaching. So what exactly have you been saying? What is more important than the salvation of people that you are saying? Many years ago, God said, Jonathan, don't forget that prostitutes still come to church every Sunday. 419 still come to church every Sunday. Some of them, that is the last time they want to come to church, and they came to AMCI. What did you see? That is the last. They said this is the last time I will come to church, and they mistakenly entered your church, your ministry, and that day was Suya night. That day was popcorn night. A prostitute said this is the last time I will come to church, and they came to your church, and that night we were doing popcorn night. And that one who left church that day, I will never go to church again. The last time she went to church, they were eating popcorn in church that night. In this dark generation, these last days, do you see the urgency of the hour? Do you know that Jesus can, as I'm preaching now, Jesus can come now? And some people still feel like it's popcorn night, an untoward generation, a dying generation needs. And when we talk, they will say all these young ministers, they are trying to look for Facebook. They want to be popular on Facebook. They don't have track record of ministry. I don't need to have track record of ministry. I need the word of God. This is the last days. Your Pope is endorsing LGBTQ, same sex. Your Pope said a man and a woman, the Catholic priest can bless them. That is the darkness of this generation. And what you can do is popcorn night. There are some things that are extracurricular activity in the church. And as the world is getting closer to the end of the age, as a sensible student, lecturer, you might need to cancel some extracurricular activity. And even instead of popcorn night, do all night prayers for the souls of men that are dying. As I'm speaking now, some people are dying in UCH. As I'm speaking now, some people are drawing their last breath. Maybe we should intercede more for lost souls. Maybe we should pray more. Maybe instead of popcorn night, let's do an all night to study the book of Romans and prepare ourselves for the second coming of Jesus. We can't afford to be frivolous in these last days. Some things will not hold ground again because they are irrelevant. If you win them by popcorn night, you will need to be eating popcorn every Sunday to keep them. I just bring popcorn, they won't come to church that day. So I would rather have 5 members here. That when rapture happens, all of us we are going. Now to be giving you popcorn and I don't know where you are going. Am I against popcorn night? I love popcorn. but I know the urgency of the hour. I know the urgency of the hour. If I were to be doing popcorn night, this place will be jam-packed. It will be the multitude that followed Jesus, that Jesus gave bread and fish to eat. At the cross, were there the multitude? How many people were there? How many of them were at the cross? Okay, upper room. How many of them were at the upper room? They came to eat. They will eat finish and they will go. And when you stop giving them popcorn, they will go to the next happening pastor that is sharing popcorn. May I not be a popcorn pastor? A popcorn prophet in the last days. You will think that the days of Paul was the last days. See how Paul wrote. The urgency at which Paul the apostle wrote his letters. You will think Jesus will come tomorrow. 2,000 years ago. And this is still 2,000 years after. Jesus has not come. See the urgency at which they wrote their epistles. See the urgency, see the fire in the epistles of John the Beloved. If they were to come in our nation and write an epistle, they don't even know what to write. They won't know what to write. Because if it is not suya night, it is popcorn night, it is drama night. All man now were necessary things. Sometimes drama night is good for evangelical purposes. No people come. But even in those things, we have to be discerning. We have to be careful.